So here's to all of the good thinkers, and here's to the lonely drinker. But don't you know, let this moment pass.
Hello, folks. My name is Jason Spees, and I'm an award-winning multimedia journalist and I'm the host of the Crude Life Media Network and podcast. Thank you, folks, for tuning in to the Crude Life, a place for expert interviews, full-length features, and specialty programs. And it is all thanks to our fine sponsors. Folks, the Crude Life sponsors are quality companies who have ethics at the core and have proven to be positive leaders in their community. Please support our fantastic sponsors. In addition to this podcast, I invite you to check out other Crude Life productions, like our weekly newspaper column and magazine features. Visit thecrudelife.com for a full list of our media partners and content offerings. Never miss an episode or article. Subscribe on iTunes or have our free weekly newsletter delivered to your email box. And of course, be loyal to our sponsors. They keep the program free and literally keep our lights on.
Since 1979, MBI Energy Services has committed to responsibly growing with today's oil and gas industry by providing proven experience, strategic locations, and integrated services. MBI Energy Services is well established, and its innovation in safety and excellent customer service is what truly makes MBI Energy Services the oil field service professionals. MBI Energy Services, the cutting edge in oil field safety solutions. Learn more at MBIEnergyServices.com.
My name is Otis, and I am the host of the Kids in Capitalism Kidcast. Let me tell you about one of our sponsors. Hatch Realty is in the business of helping people. They just happen to sell real estate. Call Eric Hatch or anyone on the Hatch Realty team with any real estate question. They want to be a resource and connection for you. That's Hatch Realty, 701-212-1572. That's 701-212-1572. Hatch Realty in the business of helping people. They just happen to sell real estate. Hatch Realty. Tell them Otis sent you.
So here's to riding shotgun with the Lone Ranger. Here's to making a few friends out of a few strangers. But don't you know, let this moment pass.
Welcome back to the Crude Life Media Network. My name is Jason Spees, and I'll be your host for this special interview and podcast. Today we talk with Kristin Lajeunesse, digital entrepreneur and author. We'll travel for vegan food.
And here's to not letting this moment pass you by.
Even just maybe the book title, or just what is your title professionally?
Sure, well, that'll be a few different things then. So my name is Kristin Lajeunesse. I'm the author of We'll Travel for Vegan Food, a young woman's solo van-dwelling mission to break free, find food, and make love. Professionally, I am a marketing consultant for restaurants and food businesses.
How about a plug for your business, huh?
Yeah.
You're a marketing restaurant
Yes.
business, because, let's be honest, we are in times of transition and change, and people are looking for new ideas, and you might be that person in Sundance, Wyoming.
Yes,
We have
exactly.
affiliates in Sundance,
Exactly.
Wyoming. So go ahead. What business do you do?
Yeah, well, it's called Kale Media.
Kale?
Kale Media, like the vegetable, and I help small business owners and entrepreneurs learn how to promote and market themselves primarily through the digital format, so social media and their websites and things like that.
What do you do for your book now? You travel? Explain your book. How about this?
Sure.
Tell me about your book.
Sure. In 2011, I quit my job. I moved into a van, got rid of almost everything that I owned, and I set out on a journey to try to eat at every vegan restaurant in the United States. And so the book is a memoir about that journey. It's about the personal side of the project, the people that I met, and how the road trip quite literally changed my life.
How did it change your life?
Well, that's in the book. You'll have to read it.
I see. How about a 2-sentence type summary of
Sure.
what type of person were you before and what type of person were you after?
Sure. I was, before I started the trip, I was very an anxious, super type A, afraid of what might happen to me, kind of living in a box type of person. Now I feel like I have a much better sense of the people I want to surround myself with, how I want to spend my time, and what that means for the vegan community as well, how I can share veganism and healthy living, and I wasn't as conscientious about that before I started the trip.
So your transformation that you had internally, was that from the trip or from the food or from both?
Primarily the trip.
Okay.
I mean, the food, I was basically traveling to the food, so I ate anything that was vegan, which meant it wasn't always healthy. So I gained 25 pounds by the time the trip had ended. My body had had enough. It was ready to be done. I mean, 2 years going out to eat for almost every meal will do that to you.
That's true.
And yeah.
Hold on here. Hello. Are you guys interested in the book?
Well, I follow your blog.
Oh, cool. Hi, I'm Kristin. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you. Yeah. I'm giving a talk today at 2 o'clock. Are you guys going to be around for it? Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you're familiar with the project. I'll give you the short version then, since you already know. But basically, I spent 2 years living in the van, trying to eat at every vegan restaurant in the country. Mission accomplished by August of 2013. And along the way, a small publishing house had reached out. We talked about working on a book, and it just came out in April. So I've been on book tour all summer. Yeah. And so the book is not a travel guide or a restaurant guide, but it's a memoir about the personal side of the journey. Yeah.
Would you be interested in going back and doing like reading at any point?
Yeah.
Like maybe spring?
Well, I will be back in Mayish for a conference.
Really?
Yeah.
What conference?
MisfitCon?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you friends with Miguel?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's my friend that lives here. I stay with him when I visit, so we can coordinate.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. I actually have a card.
Cool.
No, we got a card and everything, but just because of
Thank you.
Jody. Invite my friend to do that at the studio space and then do like a little dinner.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Thanks, guys. You too.
Okay, so you have a blog. Let's
Yes.
talk about your blog.
Sure. Well, the blog was created to pair with the journey. So there's blog posts about pretty much every restaurant I've eaten at. And at the moment, it's currently documenting my video blog. So I make daily videos of my day-to-day goings-on, and I'm on day 96 today of making those. And so instead of the written blog, it's turned into this video blog now. So those are all found on my website.
And what is the website?
It's WTFveganfood.com.
WTFveganfood.com.
Yes, and of
Do you have
course-
recipes there?
No.
Okay.
I don't make food, I eat it.
You just eat
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
Yes, my favorite restaurant is Charlie Was a Sinner in Philadelphia.
Okay, and what menu items did you have that you enjoyed?
I don't remember. It was just so good, and I might have had some wine that night too, so that's probably why I don't remember. But it had everything from the fantastic service, great decor. The energy in the place was amazing. It was new at the time I was there a few months ago, and the food was just out of this world.
So when you say that you gained 25 pounds and you only ate vegan food, you shocked me because when I went vegan, I'm about 85% vegan, about 95 now. I started about 2007 when I interviewed Dr. Neil Barnard, and I lost weight right away. How did you gain weight? What were you eating? What was there's not a lot of fatty vegan food, is there?
Oh yeah, there's tons of fatty vegan food. I mean, if you think about going out to eat at restaurants for almost every meal and having dessert at almost all of them, just the sugar alone, will add up. Yes, yes.
Okay, and then I suppose there, like even some Indian food, deep fried.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
falafel's even deep fried.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. All right, but that was just shocking to
Yeah.
me because, friends, family, what are they? Are they supportive? Do they embrace it? How does this all go?
Yeah, well, my parents were vegan before I was, so they, thought the journey was cool, although they were sad, or not sad, they were nervous. Actually, probably sad that I was quitting my job to do this journey, but also nervous for my safety, of course. But my parents are incredible people. They've always supported all the crazy ideas I've ever had. I mean, I grew up actually in a totally different world than I live in now. I rode horses, I went to college for equestrian studies, so totally different life. Oh, no, thank you. And they've always supported any ideas that I've had. And so even though they were anxious about it, they didn't say anything. They just, let me figure it out. And now, of course, they're proud that I have a book and all these things. And in fact, they had both joined me on the road at some point during my travels as well.
Do you, you kind of broke the barrier then. This is a dream a lot of people have, to do what you did, quit your job, go off and follow, not even a big dream, just a dream, just something to get going.
Yeah.
And you figured out a way to make a living on it, or at least make money on it. I guess two-part question. You've created a passion to make money out of. Have you thought of that before?
Have I thought that what it's turned into?
Yeah, your passion you can make money off of, as opposed to going to some cubicle job every day?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's why I've remained nomadic since the project ended. I can't imagine going back to the 9-to-5 thing. Yeah.
And how hard was it to make a living out of it? That's where I'm going with this, is that a lot of people would do the initial stages of what you did, quit their job,
Sure.
go and, whatever it is, but to keep doing it,
Yeah.
to actually sustain in today's economy is tough. So I guess challenges, advice, you might.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, to get started, I often tell people that you've got to start before you're ready, because you're never going to feel ready to do it. And then even if you take those first few steps, like you had mentioned.
Would you like to meet the author? She's sitting right here. She's in the middle of an interview, but she'd gladly stop and. Okay. So you got to get started before you're ready?
Sure, start before you're ready. And then after you get going, it's much harder to keep going, as you were kind of alluding to. But for me, the happiness that I found in collecting experiences versus things, and being in one place and getting into a routine that is monotonous, the appeal to have that and what I get out of it, the people that I meet as I'm traveling, is a lot more valuable than having bucket loads of money at this point. Now, sure, I would love to be able to make enough to donate and help other people, which is my ultimate goal, is to get to a point where I can create an experience for someone like I did, because I lived off of donations the first 2 years of my project, so I hadn't monetized it in the beginning. And it's not easy, but I am so in love with my life that I wouldn't change it.
You're sitting here right now, and you have a smile on your face, and
I'm about to go on stage in 30 minutes.
And you've got a bunch of books sitting out here. So, I mean, this is, I'm very proud of you. I don't know you, but I it's inspirational.
Thank you.
And tell me about how you make some money then. How can people buy your book?
Sure.
You're on obviously your website.
Yeah, it's you can check it out on my website. It's also on Amazon, and it's on the publisher's website, which is veganpublishers.com.
And is any other ways that you want to put out there you make money? Donations?
I'm actually not taking donations at the moment. I haven't.
And I'll edit this out.
Okay, yeah, I haven't fully monetized the project. I just make money doing my consulting work, marketing, and stuff for.
Do you speak though? Do you pay to speak, right?
I have never gotten paid to speak, but I would like to.
So
I'd like to be a motivational speaker. Yes.
So you're on the stage in about 30 minutes, you just said, and people get paid for that. So give them your email address in case somebody wants to have a vegan author come and speak at their place. I mean, Dr. Neil Bernard said this is a growing trend, because Geico is offering, vegan cafeteria items, trying to reduce healthcare costs. Mm-hmm. So this is a movement. So your consulting is very important, and not only is your speaking informative, but it could help some people. So if you have a phone number or email address, or even a website, whatever.
Yeah, my email is Kristin, and that's Kristin at WTFveganfood.com. You can also check out my business website at KristinLajeunesse.com.
And WTFveganfood.com?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And that concludes this special podcast. I thank you folks for joining us today. My name is Jason Spees. Be happy, be safe, and we'll see you next time.
And here's to the sound of one hand clapping, and here's to not letting this moment pass. And here's to carrying the weight of the world. And here's to screaming, never being heard. And here's to not letting this moment pass.
Since 1979, MBI Energy Services has committed to responsibly growing with today's oil and gas industry by providing proven experience, strategic locations, and integrated services. MBI Energy Services is well established, and its innovation in safety and excellent customer service is what truly makes MBI Energy Services the oil field service professionals. MBI Energy Services, the cutting edge in oil field safety solutions. Learn more at mbienergyservices.com.
My name is Otis, and I am the host of the Kids in Capitalism Kidcast. Let me tell you about one of our sponsors. Hatch Realty is in the business of helping people. They just happen to sell real estate. Call Eric Hatch or anyone on the Hatch Realty team with any real estate question. They want to be a resource and connection for you. That's Hatch Realty, 701-212-1572. That's 701-212-1572. Hatch Realty in the business of helping people. They just happen to sell real estate. Hatch Realty. Tell them Otis sent you.